sports. It's in the game.
Oh, man. They acting like they love us, but they really wanna be above us. Can they see it on the top of this mountain? I'm looking down, I can see that you're clouded. No, they don't wanna be above us. We're the top of this mountain above us. There's nothing up there except me. Fear in your eyes when you see me. I look fear straight in the eye and told her not today, not I. I look fear straight in the eye. I told her not today, not I. Oh, not I look fear straight in the eye. I can see you as I'm looking down. I can see you when I'm looking down. Fear in your eyes when you see me. That I fear in your eyes when you see me. I can see you when I'm looking down. I can see your eyes when I'm looking down. The fear in your eyes when you see me. See that fear in your eyes when you see me. I look fear straight in the eye and told her not today, not
You ready to fight? Ready.
How about the crowd pop as Thug Rose Namajunas got back on the proving ground tonight? She'll try to make it 3 head-to-head wins over Zhang Weili. Sort of rare when you have 2-0 in the trilogy to have this fight materialize, but Zhang Weili has been so good of late, she's actually a slight favorite tonight.
It's because Zhang Weili keeps winning. Every time she is matched up with someone else, she gets the job done. But how does she get the job done against Rose Namajunas? In the second fight, we saw Zhang Weili use wrestling early but get taken down late. Zhang Weili, if she wants to win, needs to use that wrestling early but be more comfortable on the feet. I understand Rose knocked her out once, but that isn't something that you expect multiple times. And for Namajunas, she's got to continue to mix things up, use her championship-level experience to carry her to victory once again. It's just a really high pace, too. It's a really high striking pace for these two.
All right, early round action here, and Zhang Weili not wasting any time finding a home for that right hand.
A beautiful right hand. You know, we saw this in the Jessica Andrade fight, her title-winning performance, where she overwhelmed her with that shot that put her out. Zhang Weili is a tremendous athlete, and when she explodes into this punch, she is as good as they come.
Educated jab right there from Zhang Weili. This is a competitive division, but certainly looks like a fighter who could reign for some time.
I mean, China's first UFC champion, and Weili is the person that you want to see carrying the flag for her country. She has everything. She's even learned to speak English now. She understands the importance of drawing people in and capturing the imagination of the fight fans around the world.
25 total strikes have landed for Weili Zhang. 2 minutes now to go in round 1. She's starting to put together some significant body work here, and these are going to take their toll as this fight goes on.
Great timing on that double leg.
Namajunas getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. The ground strikes starting to pile up. Zhang's looking to pass here, denied by the opponent. We're under a minute to go in round 1.
Way to kick her off and try to get some space to get up. Caught that kick there.
Zhang's hook shot blocked. That one was telegraphed. Good job by the defense. Takedown attempt late in the round, and she gets it. Final seconds here. Oh, big shots from the top. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
All right, sit down. DC,
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the displays? All right, here we go, folks. The start of round two. Thug Rose Namajunas and Wei Li Zhang. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs. Both got the offense going. But now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Oh, she's really starting to put together some significant body shots here, attacking both sides now. Oh, Trevor Whitman's got it like that. Beautiful combination from Rose Namajunas.
Rose Namajunas is so solid. I mean, she's so good with her footwork. She knows how to set traps. She's a phenomenal striker and one of the best female fighters in the UFC's history.
All right, so here we are deep into this fight now, and you can see the frustration out of the corner that their pupil, at least to this point, she hasn't attempted a single takedown.
They know who she is. They've trained her. They've seen her since day one. And they recognize that the reason she is in the UFC today is because of her grappling. She has not even tried to get the fight to that round. And it's very surprising.
Right on the button. Just over 3 minutes now to go in round two. Well, I'm not sure her hands, her striking has ever looked better. She continues to land with volume, with pace, with power.
Yeah, with pace and pressure. It's an overwhelming feeling being in there with her when she's fighting at this level. When everything's working, she is as good as anyone in the UFC. Tonight, she is at her peak level.
Oh, right hand lands again for Zhang Wei.
Zhang Wei starting to feel it now, man. She's starting to get off with that right hand. She's throwing it more often now because she has found that she can land it at will.
Snapping off that jab. Oh, good series of punches by her there.
She's in her zone. She's flowing right now.
Oh, nice strike there to the body. She has worked the midsection to great effect here in this round. Well, I think if I was a fighter, I'd probably be a headhunter, but she is not that, right? She's invested in the body, and she's done some pretty significant damage to her opponent.
Absolutely. You know, you start to go there, and you land something, and you may think, wow, that was hard. Your opponent doesn't really respond. But as you start to pile them up on him, you start to see exactly what we're seeing right now. And now she can start to capitalize on that.
One of her coaches, the captain, Eric Albarracin, has said Zhang Wei is the most gifted athlete he's ever coached, man or woman. All right, so a pretty interesting development here in terms of this fighter's evolution. Just as we saw in the last round, primarily a jiu-jitsu athlete, having a lot of success with her striking tonight.
Well, you can see it from the moment she came out the corner. She was confident. She told us she would not chase takedowns. She felt like she was even better in the striking. And to this point, she has proven exactly that.
All right, that's the end of round number two. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. All right, back to the stool she goes. We'll see if they can close up that cut, and it's a pretty big one she's dealing with on her cheek.
It's a nasty cut on her cheek.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. All right, so the previous two rounds pretty entertaining, DC. We'll see who has the upper hand here as this next round gets on.
Very evenly matched fight. We knew exactly this when they were matched up. We were excited about the fight. We kind of expected this to be very even between these two talented athletes.
Zhang's eye now closing up. And there's that jab. Maybe the best shot she's thrown tonight. Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
Well, pretty good recovery by her opponent after being stunned. But
Another one. I've never seen anything like this, J.A. How in the world are these two women still standing?
well, let's see if she goes back to the hook again. Obviously, there will be a setup. She'll work off of the jab. She is hurting for certain.
Oh!
Just over 3 minutes to go in round three. Oh, and there's that hook again as predicted. She blocked that one, though. Zhangs' eye looks so swollen now, you've got to at least speculate as to whether or not that is a fractured organ. Well, DC, some might suggest she's sort of playing with her food here. She has the upper hand, yet not really forcing the issue.
She's very patient as a fighter. When you see someone hurt that many times in one round, you gotta go for blood. I know it's against her, it's not her MO to be over.
Pick a fight, earn a strike, run the light, out of spite, up all night, wrong or right, take a bite. Eat the rich, hit a lick, drink a fit, fuck a sniff, split a wig, smoke a split, blow a kiss. I'm doing subpar, how are you? How are you? I'm doing subpar, how are you? How are you? I'm doing subpar, how are you? How are you? Hey, hey! If suffering builds character, then get a load of me. I've been through shit, I'm filled with piss, I'm bloated totally. I can't condone to go the road of who I'm told to be. I told the peeps, roll the sleeves, let's go promote. I feel better, I got the thing on me. Tell the FBI I follow Jeff Bezos, pesos, quesos, marshmallows, rainbows, game shows. Think about life, look at a buck 95, get to living outside. Thinking I die for the past twice. Spending my time, gotta fit in my size, gotta pick up my ride, gotta dinner by 5, gotta think of my pride, and incentivize crime, I'm ahead of my time, take the hardest mind. Pick a fight, earn a strike, run a light, out of spite, up all night, wrong or right, take a bite. Eat the rich, hit a lick, drink a fit, fuck a sniff, split a wig, smoke a split, blow a kiss. I'm doing subpar, how are you? How are you? I'm doing subpar, how are you? How are you? I'm doing subpar, how are you? How are you? Hey, hey!
I got time today. For every 2 rounds, I throw a rhyme away. Rhyme the way these rappers do coke. Might blow a line today, blow your mind away, right by your bay. And by the way, I find a way to spin at the wheel of fortune and buy a K. Y'all don't like me cause y'all ain't like me and I get it. Your lady like me, it's more than likely that I hit it. The sky's the limit, get high enough you can find me in it. And if dying quick is your only option, then crying is it. I mind my business, the one that paid me, no one can play me. Can't have a turn until half your circle can do 180s. I mean degrees, so cool it down like a summer's breeze. Some of y'all is MCs, some of y'all need some summer's eve. Like Sonny, please, I'm hot as a pair of dungarees and double W tats on the pair, some double D's. Y'all don't want...
You ready to fight? Ready.
Well, the UFC strawweight division was launched in 2014, and there have been so many high-profile champions who have emerged since. 2 of them, Rose Namajunas and Zhang Weili. Thug Rose won the first 2 fights. Zhang Weili, though, all the rage coming in here into this 3rd meeting.
This is a fantastic matchup between 2 of the best strawweights in the entire world. Zhang Weili, to me, is one of the most athletically gifted fighters that we have seen in the UFC for a really long time. And Thug Rose Namajunas is just a dog. She possesses all the skills that you need in order to be champ. And she's beaten Zhang Weili twice. To beat Zhang Weili once is a massive accomplishment. To do it 2 times seems almost impossible. Rose has done that. How does Zhang Weili switch the result? It's just a really high pace, too. It's a really high striking pace for these 2.
Well, she's got a good jab, missed with it there.
Heavy body kick lands.
3 minutes. Nice straight right lands. Thug Rose gets hit by that kick to the body.
Big shot lands for both guys.
Oh, beautiful combination there from Zhang Weili. She is throwing everything with fight-ending intentions.
I mean, you saw it in her title-winning performance against Jessica Andrade. We had seen Andrade put people out over and over, and Weili landed that right hand put on the first round.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable to see, and she is continuing to do that in her performances since capturing the title.
All 25 total strikes, which have landed for Weili Zhang. All right, so she continues to attack the body to great effect. Actually, some redness now underneath the elbow of her opponent.
Yeah, she does a great job of attacking the body in multiple different ways, and it's starting to pay dividends for her.
Nice job by her there to block those shots. When you first go to a boxing class, the first thing they say is glue your guard to your face. Her guard's high tonight.
Her guard's high, and she keeps the elbow down. She does a great job of blocking up top and down low.
1 minute to go in the round. Oh, that kick is good by Zhang Weili. She's starting to put together some significant body work here, and these are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Both fighters throwing heat now.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow. She lands a nasty jab. She's a beast. Those body kicks will really pay dividends.
Round 2 straight ahead. All right, 5 minutes down. Here we go with the start of round 2. Rose Namajunas. And also ready to go, Weili Zhang. All right, here we go with our next round. 2 of the best women in this division. We'll see who takes the upper hand.
You got to make a decision when you get a...
Fire there. We see the seminal blow of this fight thus far.
Yeah, man, she landed a massive hook, and it has her opponent hurt bad. Oh, right hand.
Well, it looked like we were going to get a finish. She had her rocked pretty good, but she wasn't able to close the show.
She wasn't able to find the kill shot. She hurt her very badly. She was not able to find that one shot that would have finished the fight.
All right, so watch for her to set up that hook here again. We were in our fighter meeting on Thursday. She said the fans are starting to call her Madam Lineker. She sees it as a compliment.
She sees it as an absolute compliment because she is in love with that specific punch as much as John is. She doesn't even know John, but she says, if I can take something from John Lineker, is that I want to sleep someone with a big hook shot.
Huge connection by her there.
Lower the curtain, bring the cast out, bring the cast through, take the bow. The night's over. Oh my goodness.
Well, she hasn't gotten the finish yet, but it's not for a lack of effort. Several huge uppercuts have landed, and prevailing wisdom is she goes right back to it here, I would think.
She has to go back to that. Why would she not go back to it? You don't fix something that's working. It ain't broken. Don't try to fix it. She is a master of landing uppercuts.
Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there. Power shots landing on both sides, and the chins continue to hold up. Big uppercut. Ooh, pretty nice strike there, and hit the desired target. She cut her off. Making the best shot she's thrown tonight. Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
90 seconds to go in round 2. Well, she has certainly picked up the pace here in round 2 and starting to find herself in the pocket a little bit. She was a little bit hesitant in round 1. No hesitancy whatsoever here in round 2. She has clearly found her rhythm and range.
Great job blocking that shot.
All right, so her hooks have certainly been the big storyline in this one, DC. Give us a prediction. You think she goes back to it here?
She's absolutely going to go back to it. When I look at her fight, I think of John Lineker, where he just throws hooks to the body, hooks to the head. She does a great job of mixing up the target, and now as the fight has progressed, expect her to try to really sit down on one and end the fight.
And there's that hook again as predicted, but defensively a nice job by her to get the hands up. Zhang's cheek looks like it's cut here, starting to bleed a little bit now. All right, that's the round. Well, Namajunas' corner looks a little bit concerned. All right, so she does survive to see the next round, but as we show you some replays,
You ready to fight? Ready.
third round underway. Push kick there to the body. Well, if you're watching her compete for the first time, you're wondering if the commentators know what they're talking about. We told you all about her ground game, her BJJ credentials, and yet not a single takedown attempt this week.
Not one attempt. You know, and you can tell me a lot of things in the build to a fight. But if you told me she would not have attempted a takedown, I would have called you a liar right to your face. But to this point, she has not even level changed. She is fighting a different type of fight tonight.
Blow of this fight thus far.
Yeah, man, she landed a massive hook, and it has her opponent hurt bad.
Zhangs' eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there. Well, she said in these situations she had to protect her head, and defensively she has done an outstanding job of that.
She could not do it any better up to this point. She gets to the single collar tie. Look for her to try to move her opponent to find openings to land uppercuts and shots right up the middle.
All right, so no surprise to see her continuing to attack that area. That cut is going to get wider with every passing moment of the fight.
You know, generally you expect it to get worse when you're fighting someone like her.
Knocked out, her opponent still standing.
She's still standing, but she's got to get on the right side. She's got to get out to the center of the octagon, find some space, so that she can evade her opponent from finishing her. Big right hand.
And able to avoid the punch there. Nice. Gotta think she's gonna go hard in the paint and go for it. We might get 13 steps in. Holy smokes.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
So how about it, folks? A huge result for her.
It's crazy when they ain't got no idea what you've been through just to get to where you going. Fuck 'em, day after day trying to stay out the way, but I still gotta pray cause I feel like I'm falling. I reach out to God trying to talk on the daily. I know I can't hear him, but still trying to call him. I need a blessing, I feel like I'm stressing. No point of me risking. Day after day trying to stay out the way. I need a blessing, I feel like I'm stressing. No point of me risking. I feel like it's stolen. Still ain't even with this pressure I'm holding. They left me alone, I was watching them ballin'. Know if I spot them, I feel like I got them. Athletes, I've been winning, been losing. Mind on my business, I stay on they neck like a chiropractor. Bitch, I know what I'm doing. If it's money, bitch, I get to pursue.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go. Thug Rose Namajunas, Magnum Zhang Weili, and going into UFC 275 in Singapore, where Zhang Weili was fighting Wang Jacek, you said before that fight that Zhang Weili might be the greatest athlete you've ever seen. I thought you were crazy. Then she went out and did that.
And did this spinning flip thing that she did after she wanted to celebrate. I'm like, you see? She's so fast, she's so gifted, and she's just a really, really good fighter. She does everything well. Great wrestling, great grappling, and tremendous power in her hands and her feet. But when she looks across the octagon, she is looking at a woman that has bested her 2 times.
Right.
So she not only has to be good physically, she has got to be good mentally if she wants to get the job done.
Well, eventually she will turn this defense into offense, but she seems to see these strikes coming from a mile away.
She sees them a mile away, and the hands are exactly where they're supposed to be, right on the chin.
Oh, look at her connecting with yet another uppercut there. She has found her rhythm. She has found her flow state. And defensively, the other fighter's going to have to adjust or this fight's going to end soon.
She's got to stop anticipating straight because she is splitting her guard every time with the uppercut, whether it's on the right side or on the left side.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Weili Zhang. All right, well, if you've been watching, you know her uppercut has been absolutely on point here tonight, DC. No reason to think she won't get right back to it.
No, she needs to go right back to doing it. It's working. She's very good at it. I think it's her best punch, and it's shown in this fight. Oh, nice elbow.
That's a a nice 1-2 there from Rose Namajunas, all set up by that brilliant footwork, great fundamentals.
I mean, fundamentals at its best. Rose Namajunas just defines that. I mean, she's never where you expect her to be. She's never just standing still. She's constantly moving and always seems to be a step ahead of her competition. No idea how these two women are standing. They're both landing massive shots.
Big power shot there. Crazy numbers round one. Oh, she works the body as well as anybody in this division. Another strike there, and these shots are really going to take their toll as this fight moves on. Oh, nicely done by her there. She's got the single collar in the clinch. Well, she continues to land to the body, attacking those organs, right? Not a lot of protection there, and you're seeing some visible damage now on the other side.
Visible damage. She's done a tremendous job understanding and recognizing where the weakness was, and she has exploited that, and she's going to continue as she tries to get her hand raised. That one snuck in. Nice strike.
20 seconds left. Zhangs' cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is. Starting to bleed a little bit now. Round two is next. All right, so there's the horn indicating the end of the round, but not before damage was done. She was cut on. All right, back to the stools we go. She is... All right, round two is now here. Weili Zhang and Thug Rose Namajunas. All right, next round is now underway. Hopefully the action continues at a high level. Pretty good first 5 minutes.
Pretty good first 5 minutes. Both of them can really pick it up. Let's see who decides they're going to lead the dance as we go forward.
Nice. Nicely done. All right, so not exactly the kind of fight or approach we expected to see out. Well, how about the boxing skills of Rose Namajunas tonight? You know, when she came into the UFC, she did not have this developed and as polished a striking game as we're seeing.
I mean, you watched her stand with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. For as good as Joanna is a striker, you saw Rose stand for 25 minutes and beat her on the judges' scorecard. You saw her knock her out in their first fight. It goes to show you how good and how well Rose has developed in the striking room.
Left hand lands for Namajunas. Oh, beautiful slip by her there. She seems to have this acute awareness of not where the strike is being thrown necessarily, but where it's going to end up.
Where it's going to end up, she knows where she does not need to be. So when her opponent throws right at the chin, she moves very slightly to avoid those strikes. If she stands still, she will eat a ton of damage. She will take a ton of damage, but she is never where her opponent intended for her to be.
Well, we haven't really seen her famed jiu-jitsu game just yet, but of course, if it's not broken, don't fix it, and she has realized a ton of success with her striking here tonight.
Every day, you have to get better. 1%, they say, as an athlete. She has shown that she got better every single day in her training camp, because we don't see her chasing takedowns as desperately as we normally see. She is comfortable in the stand-up, and she is winning these striking exchanges.
Great vision, great defensive instincts by her there as she continues to block the majority of these shots coming her way.
Her hands are always where they're supposed to be.
Oh, she snaps off another stiff jab. Perfect employment of the jab here tonight. Well, hard to see exactly where she is cut, but it's somewhere around that eye area.
Beautiful play. Oh, my goodness.
What a fight. Well, there is going to be no denying her now. A huge TKO result here tonight, and this crowd is letting her know.
John, you know how much I love to talk, and I'm sitting here almost speechless because this young lady looked amazing.